Come take a look at Skeletor and Bones the Apothecary, the new Primaris Chaplain and Apothecary models for Warhammer 40k.
Spiking bits.
What's up, Hobby Maniacs? Rob Baer checking in again today, taking a look at these new $35 US models. Of course, that's per model, so this would be $70 US right here, of the new Primaris single model characters. I guess we don't call them clan packs anymore, right? Boxed characters, we'll go with that. These guys, following hot on the foothills of the Librarian and the new Captain that came out. Pretty dope looking models. Everybody always has something to say about the price tag, and that's fair because obviously, as we advocate here on this channel, always vote with your hobby dollars. If you think it's too much, hey, don't buy. If you think it's dope, well, hey, buy it. But always remember, most places give a discount, as Games Workshop, has their minimum advertised price of 15% there. So let's take a closer look at the Chaplain. You actually get one sprue in the Chaplain model, 2 sprues in the Apothecary right here, which is super dope. Now, this guy right here is actually very well detailed. Like, I'm super okay with it. Comes with 2 different helmet options, which we're about to take a closer look at. He's got his, Narthecium kind of assembly here with the Chirurgeon's tools in the back, and then of course the Absolver bolt pistol that's used to both, administer stimulants or, pain reducers, and of course deliver the fatal Emperor's Mercy if it is deemed necessary by the attending physician right there. Now, of course, you've got this little dead Primaris Marine right here with a little incision in his neck. And then I guess he's holding the prognoid gland. That's the thing that they harvest to actually make more Space Marines right there. And that guy, well, I don't know. It kind of looks like a little. There's no option. Like, you have to make the model with that thing right there, and it looks like a little spermy octopus. I don't know what that thing's supposed to be, and it definitely doesn't look like it came out of that incision right there. And if it did, I don't know how he got his big hand fist down in there. So realism aside, this blows it out of the water. Maybe this is just totally unrelated to the diorama, but it seems he seems to be posturing, right there. I don't know what the study of humans is called, but that looks like posturing to me. There's a little Catman everybody, I suppose, right there. So that aside, I think it's a dope looking model. I think there's a lot of cool parts and details and such on it, but I just can't get around what is going on right there in his hand and this dead guy down here. Now over here, Mr. Skeletor comes with about 0 options. What you see is what you get. You're going to get the Absolver bolt pistol. He actually comes with another they're both the Absolver bolt pistol that you can have, and then of course you can have the Reducer bolt pistol, so it's another option there, kind of depending on how you want to equip them. But they have the same options in the same stat line. It's actually a -1 bolt pistol that we'll show you here in a second. Skeletor, no options. You get Pimp Cane, you get Halo, you get Skullface, you get Book. That's it. So he's obviously, all about it. I imagine he's at the football concert and they're playing some music. He's like, hey, da-na-da, da-na-na-na, hey. No, what? No, okay, fine. Well, anyways, let's take a look at it here. Now, like I said, $35 both of them. Or one you get 1 sprue, or one you get 2 sprues. Don't ask me how that works. I'm not a sprueologist. I could not tell you what that is all about. Of course, it comes in a nice little collector's black little snap out tray thing right there, that if you're not careful, all the pieces will just maybe explode out of there. I seriously doubt it. Plastic. This is an elastic plastic, so it will have a lot of give on it. It's actually recyclable. They can turn it into more plastics. Dun dun dun, the more you know. Okay, so here it is right here. You're gonna notice there's a lot of different parts of front and back to the actual cape Crusader himself. The legs are all together as one piece that are going to attach up from underneath. You've got the Absolver bolt pistol. The Skeletor head is separate. The Iron Halo is separate. You've got a separate shoulder pad right there, separate backpack, separate little doodads, and then the Pimp Cane, the head to the Pimp Cane right there. Skeletor is right there, and then it goes onto that. So you could convert this a little bit. You could give him a different head theoretically. It looks like it slots right in, just like a normal head would, if you so desire, and you put that on something else. You don't have to give him the halo, I suppose. It does lock in right there. And then I suppose you could put a different topper on his Crozius right there, but again, Crozius is a Crozius. He doesn't really have any other options. Now take a look at the instruction manual, and it does come with this 40 mil base, of course, and his little decal sheet that we saw that kind of spoiled the fact that these guys would be coming in the first place. So there's another picture of the dope painted model. Here's some color chart reference stuff right there. Of course, we all know sometimes it's harder to match those colors than it looks, but this actually looks, let me check this here. This actually looks about accurate, to be quite honest. Carrack stone. Carrack stone on top of, okay, so that's how they're highlighting. I like that. Instead of using grays, they're using browns to highlight the cape. That's pretty cool. That's a bold move, Games Workshop. Let's see if it pans out for you. No, I really like that scheme. It's a nice warm scheme that goes well with all this knurling and things right here. I think this is Screamer Pink. This looks like Screamer Pink right here. Maybe with a Riesling Flesh Shade wash as well. Hard to say, hard to say. But anyways, here you can see the exploded view. We already talked about that right there, how the two halves kind of come together. The legs come up from underneath, and you got the two arms that go on the backpack and the head. It's all separate, and then the extra accessories right there. Pretty easy, straightforward. As far as the model itself, here's the little data sheet rules. You can cut this right out, and then you have a quick reference guide for it on the tabletop. He hits on 2s in combat, 3s in shooting, strength of 4, toughness of 4, 5 fat wounds, 4 attacks on the charge, leadership 9, a 3-up save. Now it's bolt pistol, like I said, a little bit longer range. It is pistol. It is strength 5, so it's basically a heavy bolter at neg 1 AP. Very, very similar heavy bolter, but not a lot of shots and or damage. The Crozius is looking fresh. +1 strength, so you're going to be strength 5. Neg 1 AP does 2 damage there, and of course you got your complementary frag and crack grenade. Does have a 4-up invulnerable save. Very important notation there. And the Liturgies of Hate return. You can reroll fail to roll hits in a fight phase for friendly chapter models within 6 of this bad boy right here. And then there's your keywords, etc, etc, etc. So overall, Skeletor looking fresh. Got some cool options. Got a sweet pimp cane and a sweet pimp trench coat to walk around the battlefield and belt out those stadium tunes to all the good Primaris Space Marine boys and girls around him. And next up will be the 2 sprues for $35. The Primaris Apothecary. So many room for options right there. Check this bad boy out. So sliding it out. Bam! Then we got the instructions. Boom! That's it. No more booming. There they are right there. You can see the sprues in here. Of course, it's going to come with this 40 mil base. And you've got a little decal sheet that we've seen in the past. Just throw this aside. Let's suspend disbelief for just 1 minute right there and bust over to the instructions themselves. Now this guy's a little different. It is going to be the front greaves onto the back leg assembly that we saw with some of the Primaris characters. We saw with some of the Primaris units themselves, and of course Guilliman in there, just to give you an idea. They all lock together, both left and right sides, and then you form the top, much like Voltron. And start adding on all his accessories right here. He's got his 2 hands. Remember, he's got Spermium Expermtide right there. And you can choose which option you want. You want to go with the normal bolt pistol or the reductor. You can do that right here. And then it's got little attachments to go to the side to make it all 3-dimensional like, which I think is pretty neat. Assembling the Churgeon back here, the Narthecium rather, all of that, boom, goes right into there. And then, of course, you've got the terrain piece that goes on to get that posturing Captain Morgan stance right there. And then as far as the rules go, well, not too much different than what we've seen in the past. Hits on 3s in both combat and shooting. Strength of 4, toughness of 4, 5 fat wounds, 3 attacks, leadership 8, 3-up save, bolt pistol check. Reductor pistol, not as good as the bolt pistol. Actually, super good as the bolt pistol. I will take neg 3 AP, 2 damage, 1 lower strength all day, every day, right there with the command point reroll. You're gonna get that one through most of the time. And then Narthecium, you can always bring certain units back with certain restrictions. Blah 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 blah. We've seen that before. So there it is. Let's take a look at the models or the model itself. 2 fat sprues, like I said, to check out. Traditionally a 2 sprue kit like that, it goes for a little bit more. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I'm not complaining it's $35, but it's just, you know, when you look at the Chaplain and you're like, well, this is 1 sprue for 35 and this is 2 sprues for 35. I don't know which way is up anymore. I'm confused. I need an adult. So here you go. You can kind of see all the components coming together here. You got the front, then you've got the back. Your legs are going to attach there. Choice of bolt weapon, and then the little extra, where are the extra pieces? Right there, left and right. I'm going to go on to the reducer, or reductor, and your Trojan pieces here. There's the arm with the sperm, and all the extra accessories right over there. Backpack, head, option of head, bare head, no head, and of course the posturing little piece of terrain for you to mount this apothecary on right there. So there it is, the two brand new Primaris units, or Primaris characters rather, for Warhammer 40k, coming out this week, coming in hot for the Primaris side of things. Super big Marines, so to speak. Now, if you like our video features here on this channel, make sure you subscribe to us and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on our videos, and head on over to thelongwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.